Before we begin, I think most of you are regulars. If you have anyone new, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're so glad that you're here. We're glad you're all here, obviously. And this is a basic, gentle Kripalu yoga class. I'm Judith. And before we begin, actually what we use in the class is either a yoga mat if you have one, or maybe a beach towel put on some kind of padded surface, maybe carpeting, certainly not a hard floor so that your joints won't be complaining if you're down on the earth. So you have plenty of, cushioning there for the joints, for your knees and so forth. Maybe you might want to add yoga blocks if you have them. If you don't have yoga blocks, you could substitute water bottles or canned goods, equal size and weight, just as a substitute. I rolled up a towel. I'm using that as like a little baby bolster. I also have a cushion pad that you could fold up blankets or towels as little cushions. And sometimes there are those small cushions on the sofa. So maybe that would work as well. Another item we like to have handy would be a yoga strap. And that you can substitute with a scarf or a belt or a dog leash. Very easy. And then last but not least, hand weights. If you've reached a point in class where you think, oh, this is way too easy, you might want to add some weights. You can either add 1 pounders or 2 pounders, nothing heavier than 2 pound weights, please, for this class. Very good. And then also for balance work, I always like to have a chair handy. If someone is feeling anxious about getting onto the floor, I'll explain how to do that. So either a chair, maybe a piece of furniture that doesn't move, maybe a wall. If you're near a wall and you want to try balancing, do tree pose, you have something there to help you stabilize, right? To get down on the earth using a chair, first of all, the chair should be on a very stable surface. The yoga mat is sticky, or the back legs of the chair will go up against the baseboard where the wall meets the floor. Hands on the side of the chair. Most of the weight will be in your hands, on your arms. Float 1 knee down. Float 2nd knee down. You're on the earth. To get back up, same principle. Either hands on the side of this chair, maybe forearms. Maybe you want to assist 1 leg forward, so that this is where you're going to press up. Tuck those back toes, and you're going to press up with the arms, lift the bum. 1 foot comes under the chair, 2nd foot comes under the chair, and you're going to come up triple slow time so you don't get the head rush. All right. So that's how you would use the chair to get to the earth and back up again. And if you fall down and go boom, that's also a good way to know. Let's just start now with feet wide, a little wider than shoulders, and just swinging the arms. We're going to get the circulation moving, a very nice, gentle warm up, nothing violent. And you're swinging those arms. You might wish to kick them small to begin with, but then as you get a little bit more open and a little more lubricated, maybe the arms want to go out to the side. As you're breathing, you're shifting the weight from side to side, right foot, right foot. Nice and gentle breathing. Deep full breaths for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to keep swinging this time, except this time we're going to push away. Take the flat of the hand and push that air away to the side wall just to start. Nice and gentle for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to twist even more. You're going to take that left hand, twist from the waist. See if you can look over that right shoulder. Press it away. Back to center. Twist to the left. Press it away. Nice and easy. We'll slow that pace down. Pressing and center. Exhale and inhale for 8, 7. Really wringing the spine. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Let's come back to center. Rotate, corkscrew back to center. Shake it out. Shake out those arms and hands. Let's do some flicking with the fingers here, getting those tiny extremities, fresh blood and life force moving there. And let's bring it to stillness. Let's roll some shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Oh. And remember, moaning, groaning, sighing is fine. Just letting out sound is therapeutic, cathartic. Oh, and everyone's muted. So go for it if it feels right. One more in this direction. Let's go the other way. Nice and easy. 4, 3, 2. Maybe make the arms bigger, maybe not. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's reverse the arms. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's lift the arms up to the sky one more time. Shoulders drop away from ears. Imagine you're climbing that invisible rope. And now the 4 corners of each foot are rooting into the earth. The belly is engaged. Shoulders drop away from ears as best you can. Breathing for 8, 7. Big side stretch. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Now let's take the arms back up to the sky. We're going to interlace fingers, press palms away. Exhale as those palms face the ceiling. I'll do this in profile. Exhale, you're going to squeeze. You can slightly round the back, navel to spine. Inhale, bend, rounding gently. Exhale, palms press to the sky. So let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Back to center. Nice and easy. Those palms are in the middle there. Let's see if you can find a circle. It could be a small one. And those palms are cleaning a spot on the ceiling. See if you can keep the motion just into the arms. See if you can keep the rest of the body still. Let's reverse the circling. Oh. And finding your own rhythm, your own pace. You don't have to go at my pace. And then alternatively, we don't want people necessarily to race through things either. So a few more swirls in this direction. Let's come back to center. Everybody's right hand comes to right hip. Top left arm stretches over to the side wall. Now here you want to keep the chest square to the front of your space. The tendency is to want to torque off to the side. Try not to do that. See if you can imagine the body pressed between 2 panes of glass. So inhale. Inhale is the bend. Exhale as you straighten off to the side. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Now let's come all the way back up to center. That top arm goes slightly behind you, and we'll do a figure 8, possibly with that arm, lubricating that shoulder girdle for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Let's take the arm up high again, and you're going to float it down, triple slow time. Don't let it collapse. Floating through that vat of honey. Oh, or of turkey or stuffing, whatever. Roll out the shoulders. Very nice. Nice inhale up. Arms go up to the sky. Now left hand comes onto left hip, tilting over to the left, fingers stretched to the side wall. See if you can keep that chest square to the front of your space. You're rooting through the grounding through that right foot like crazy. You're going to inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you're going to stay over here, just root through that right foot just a bit. Take a breath or two here. Inhale, floating it back up. That top arm goes behind a figure 8. This side may feel different. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Let's take that arm up high, and then we're going to float it back down through the vat. Our familiar vat of honey. All right, roll some shoulders. Oh, other way. And let's take the feet now more directly under the hips. Let's go ahead and just lift the heels. We're going to bicycle pedal heels. If you need to keep your hand on a support, maybe the back of the chair, maybe the wall, if you're worried about balance. And just as a reminder, your balance changes from day to day. So some days it can be great, other times it's horrible. So no judgment here, just keep practicing. It's a practice, not a perfect. So we're pedaling those heels for 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to lift those legs and cross the arm over the midline. So your opposite arm, opposite leg. Maybe you can cross the leg and the arm opposite directions. Balancing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Back now to center. Let's just bounce on those heels. Just a little bounce, just getting circulation going, chi moving, heart pumping. 8, and maybe you want to move those in limbs and arms and the head and the face. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep shaking. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, bring it down to stillness now. Very nice. Let's take the legs nice and wide. We're going to track knees over toes. I've got my toes pointing out about 30 degrees. Hands could go on hips or the waist. We're going to inhale, bend, little squats here, and the torso is going to stay upright. The tendency is to want to lurch forward. Try to avoid that. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay down on 1. Little pulsing here. 8, 7, strengthening quads. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay down on 1. So your optimum squat, not your maximum. Arms can come out to the side. Let's form those arms into goalpost arms. So we'll inhale, bend, straighten arms, straighten legs, arms parallel the earth. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Down one more time. Staying in your goddess pose here. Goalpost arms. This is also goddess in yoga. Big full breaths. Inhale. Squeeze forearms together. Exhale. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's keep the forearms together. Maybe you can pump them up to the sky. 8, 7, keep them lifted. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Straighten legs, open arms. Let's straighten the arms, palms face the earth, little presses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And let's float the arms down to, hands come to the waist. Let's return to that. I call it a moderate squat, not your full, your best expression. Let's lift the right heel, place it down, back to center, left heel, place it down. So you're lifting the heels from side to side. See if you can keep most of the motion just in the feet and legs. Very interesting here. Whew. For 8, 7, 6, 5, you could be near your prop. 4, the wall. 3, the chair. 2, the piece of furniture. 1, very nice. Let's come on back up. Let's heel toe feet together or step the feet together. Let's shake it out. Very nice. Let's go ahead and I'm going to take blocks and put them at the narrow end of the mat. Let's go ahead. I'm going to grab the chair today. We'll do some of this work standing. So a lot of these moves you can use the chair. You could also do it kneeling on the earth. So you decide what's appropriate. You lovely people who've been coming during the pandemic, maybe you've got a specific way you like to do it. So let's go ahead and face the seat of the chair to start. And we're just going to grab along the sides, edges of this seat of the chair. Both sets of toes are pointing forward, feet are hip distance apart. I won't mirror you for this. You're going to bend the left knee into the nose. Exhale, press the leg away. Donkey kicks. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep the leg extended, flex the left foot. Now the knee is the fixed point. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, stretch that heel away. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep it bent. Float it out to the left. Big circles for 4, 3, 2, 1. Reversing. Big circles. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, float that foot down to meet the right. Micro bend those knees, left and right. Oof. Let's come up to standing just between sides. Roll some shoulders maybe. Let's make a soft fist. Pound that back area, the buttocks, the sides, the hips, just to get out some of that tension that sometimes tends to build up in there. Now that we're testing our muscles there. Okay, let's bring that to stillness. Let's go ahead and refold over the seat of the chair. This time it's the right bent knee. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. For 8, 7, pelvis is square to that short end. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep the leg extended on 1. Flex the right foot. The right knee is the fixed point in space. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep the knee bent. Float it out to the right. Big circles for 4, 3. Slow this one down. 2, 1. Reverse the circling. 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Float that foot to me. Left, micro bend those knees, left and right. Whoo. Nice and gentle. And then allowing yourself to float up, but triple slow time. So you can avoid getting dizzy and roll the shoulders. Very nice. Let's do some more things for the feet and legs, and then we'll go down on the earth. This time I'm going to face the back of the chair. Feet in first position here, the toes going out, heels together. You're going to have the feet facing back of the chair like that. You can use the chair for support with your hands. We're going to lift up on the heels. The heels will stay lifted. Little track knees over toes. Inhale, little baby squat. Exhale, straighten. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay down on 1. Little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Stay on those tiptoes. Heels are lifted. Now we're going to pause here. Maybe one arm might be able to float up. Maybe not. Maybe a second arm might float up. Maybe not. And we're balancing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One arm comes down, second arm comes down. The heels come down. Nice and gentle. Shake out the feet and the legs, just shake them out. Very nice. All right. Turn off to one side. I'm going to go ahead and let's take the block, one block in each hand if you have them. If you don't have them, don't worry about it. Feet are going to go wide. Toes gently pointing out, maybe 30 degrees, maybe a block in each hand, maybe not. And you're tall, you're lining the crown of head with the tailbone, the belly is engaged, the knees are not locked. Big breath in, inhale, exhale halfway down, back stays flat. Imagine the hips are being pulled to the wall behind you. Imagine the crown of the head stretching forward like you're trying to touch that forward wall with the crown of the head. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And you can lower the arms down. The blocks are your hands can come to blocks. Maybe they'll come to the earth. You decide what works for you. I've got them slightly ahead of my shoulders. I'm going to widen my legs just slightly. Track right knee over right set of toes. Come back through center. Track left knee over left set of toes. And you're going to move from side to side as though your bum is attached to a tiny railroad track. And you're just gliding from side to side. Activating those big thigh muscles. Activating the glutes and the quads. Let's stay over on the right this time. Maybe the left toes come up here. The heel stays on the earth. Maybe one hand on a block. And maybe the right forearm on the right thigh as you press into that right hip. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Glide through center. Maybe left forearm on left thigh. Maybe right toes off the earth, the heel digging into the earth. Little pulses. Left knee tracks over left set of toes. Big stretch in that adductor. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Let's go over to the other side one more time. Breathing. Back to center. Over to the left one more time. Breathing. Let's come back to center now. Hands can come to the earth, maybe. If they don't go that far, just take a block on the low setting. You can place your hand on that block. So right hand directly under the face, and you're going to shift over to the left as you stretch that left arm up to the sky. Now, if that top arm is too much up to the sky, maybe fingertips on shoulder, maybe even better, hand to the sacrum, and you're looking over the shoulder. Getting a nice gentle twist here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gliding back through center now. That arm comes down over to the right. Inhale, stretching the arm up, maybe fingertips to shoulder, maybe hand to sacrum as you look over the shoulder. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's come back to center. Notice if the width that you have between the feet is appropriate for this. Let's take the right hand outside of the left ankle, and you're trying to press the chest close to the top of that left thigh. So the knee is not locked here. The leg is straight, but the knee is relatively soft. And maybe that left hand can come to the opposite hip crease or maybe to the sacrum, and you're looking over the shoulder. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Unwinding arms. Left hand wraps around outside of right ankle. Left hand outside of right ankle. You're trying to press your chest close to the top of that right thigh. Here you can let the head hang, stretching the spine like a 15-pound bowling ball. Woo-hoo. Now the right hand can come up to the sky. Now let's just say either sacrum or opposite hip crease. How about that for this particular pose? Then we're staying calm and relaxed, and we're pressing the chest close to the thigh. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back to center. Unwinding the arms. Hands can return to the earth or the block. Let's heel toe the feet together so that the feet come directly underneath the hips, or you could step the feet together. I'll do this in profile so you can see a little bit better. So we're in this forward fold, and the legs are moving towards straight. You're going to grab opposite elbows behind the thighs, Let's go ahead and slightly bend the knees, softly bend the knees. Now you're dropping the butt. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. And those arms should get you a little bit closer to those thighs, maybe. Don't force or jam anything. We'll do 4, inhale, stretch and bend, and exhale. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. And the arms can come apart. Release the elbows. You're still in your forward fold. Hands can walk forward onto the mat, maybe onto blocks if they're not going to move on the low setting, and finding your way into your best version of down dog for today. Bicycle pedal those heels. And the wiggle hips, wag your doggy tail thing comes in here. Nice and gentle. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big back stretch, very nice. Bring those feet to stillness. Let's go ahead and float the knees down to the earth. Thighs could be in parallel or big toes together, knees wide apart, press into child pose. This is where I take my little rolled towel, creating more space behind the knees, and then my bum gets a little closer to the heels. Once you've got the lower body organized, let's just rock from side to side here, little tiny micro movements, opening up the hips. And maybe even little tiny circles with the pelvic floor. This circle doesn't have to be big, obviously. And if you're circling, be sure you go in both directions. Very, very nice. Oh. And now we'll stack palms or stack fists, or maybe the forehead on a low block, and just melt into your version of child pose. You could be sitting in a chair, legs stretched apart, and just letting the torso drape down, head draping down toward the floor. That would be an option for a chair. 2 more breaths, real big breath. Inhale that back body. Exhale, fully and completely. 1 more breath, inhale. And exhale. And then as you are ready, finding your way into a neutral table position. Hips over knees, shoulders over elbows, elbows over wrists, fingers spread wide. Let's do a few rounds of cat-cow. If you have pain in wrists and hands, your hands don't have to come directly under the shoulders. You can come a little bit farther forward. So let's just go ahead and drop the belly. Inhale, sits bones spread wide. Exhale, arch and squeeze, like that Halloween cat. Inhale, drop. Exhale, arch and squeeze. Inhale, drop. Exhale, arch and squeeze. 2 more. Your own pace. We'll come back to neutral. And now it's just to tap the tops of the feet on the earth. Just get some circulation going on the tops of those feet. The abdominals are engaged. No abdominals on the mat here, please. Few more bits of just gentle pounding on tops of the feet, getting the blood moving. And that'll be now bringing it to stillness. From here, I'm going to take my hands in the upper corners of the mat. This is going to be a modified plank. If you want to do a full plank, feel free, tuck all 10 toes coming up into a diving board position. I'm going to stick with the knees, and you're going to just line crown of head with tailbone here. Abdominals engaged, shoulders drop away for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Let's come back to neutral table. I'm going to grab my blocks, 1 in each hand, and I'm going to drag the right foot forward. I won't be mirroring you for this. So the right foot comes forward. The hands can frame the foot. I have short arms, so I love the blocks. It gives me a little bit more lift in the torso when I use the blocks. This back left leg is stretched as long as you can get it so that you're almost pressing on that fleshy part of the thigh above the knee so that that knee is protected. Right knee is stacked directly over right heel. If you're using blocks and want to walk them back a little farther, that can help you lift the chest a little bit more, and you can press a little bit deeper into that left hip. Let's go ahead and start straightening and bending the front right leg. So here again, this is where you find your own rhythm. As you stretch back, see if you can drop the torso down the inside of the right thigh. Nice and slow. Noticing what the body is saying, what the mind is saying. Couple more, just like this, lifting and then pressing. Coming forward. And then next time you go back with legs straight, stay there. I'm going to get off my blocks here and just take the hands to the earth as I drop the torso down the inside of the right thigh. The right toes can come off. The heel is firmly planted. Here you can let the head hang. Traction in the spine. Couple of breaths here. Now staying, I'm going to take my hands back to the blocks. I'm going to keep the front leg straight. And I'm going to start wiggling those hips side to side. The right toes are still off the earth. And you're just doing that hip wiggle thing. Hip wiggle thing from side to side. Nice and gentle. Big full breaths. Let's bring that to stillness. Let's go ahead and press into the front right leg. Maybe you want to stay right here. Maybe the hands come to that front thigh. Maybe not. Maybe one arm might come up. Maybe not. Maybe a second arm might come up. Maybe not. Maybe you can press a little bit deeper into that front thigh. Take a couple of breaths here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Twist to the right. The left hand comes outside of that right thigh. Let's take the right arm behind, maybe to the sacrum, maybe to the opposite side of the waist. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Unwind out of it. Hands can go back to the earth or the blocks. The right foot goes back to meet the left. Let's do a child's pose between sides. Set yourself up for your best version of the child pose here. Oh. As you press back towards those heels, just notice, how does the right side of the body feel? And notice, how does the left side of the body feel? Mine are pretty different right now. Oh. Little micro movements, maybe. Maybe just deep, full breaths in a static press. Let's come back on up to neutral table. This time, I'm going to bring the left foot forward. And either the hands frame the foot, or I like to use the blocks for this. So you're going to find left knee stacking over left heel. Stretching that right leg back as far as you can get it. So you're opening the right hip crease, the psoas, the hip flexors. Couple of breaths here in this forward low lunge. And then we're going to slowly begin to straighten and bend the front left leg. The idea here is to drop the torso down the inside of the left thigh as best you can. It's nice to just start gently letting that leg and hip, getting used to the idea of stretching it out and then pressing it forward. Hamstrings are stretching, quads are working, glutes are working. Couple more bending and straightenings. Next time you come back, that front leg stays straight, the toes come off of the earth. I'm taking my hands to the earth for more stability. And I'm dropping that left torso down the left side of the inside of the left thigh. The inside of the left thigh. Here the head can hang. Maybe little micro movements, maybe not. Each side. Oh. Moaning and groaning is fine. Maybe some Mr. Ed lips. Oh. Let's come back to center. I'm going to put my hands back on the blocks, but I'm going to just come up slightly as I do this hip wiggle thing on the left side. Oh. Yep, getting into those crevices. We carry all of our life experiences in our hips. So if there's stuff in there that you want to get rid of, just blow it out. Big inhale, big exhale. And let's bring that back to stillness. Let's go ahead and press forward into that forward low lunge. Left knee stacks directly over left heel. Maybe you want to stay right here. Maybe the hands might come to that front thigh. Maybe not. One arm, possibly. Second arm, possibly. Shoulders drop away from ears. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. One arm comes down, second arm comes down. I'm going to go ahead and take that left foot back to meet the right. And again, finding your way into your favorite version of child pose. Again, maybe micro movements might iron out some tension that might have built up. Oh. And now from here, let's go ahead and take the head, forehead to the earth as best you can. Interlace the fingers behind the back. If the hands don't meet, strap, and then you can work your hands in towards the center over time. Once you've got arms and legs organized, we're going to lift the bum up. We're going to do a kneeling yoga mudra, great wheel of yoga. So you can either plant the forehead into the earth or the crown of the head into the earth. You're trying to stretch the arms over the head. The chin is tucked directly into the center of the chest. And you're breathing for 8, 7, no pressure on the neck, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Let's come back down. Hips go back towards the heels, unlace the fingers, and then as best you can, finding your way onto hands and knees. And maybe, now let's come to sitting. I changed my mind. Okay, let's come to sitting. And I'll face outward so you can see. Let's keep the legs straight to start. And you can pull the flesh away from the sits bones. And if you'd like to maybe sit on a small cushion or a folded towel or blanket to help lift the pelvis, that's also a very nice idea. Let's go ahead and windshield wiper those legs. And then bringing that to stillness, the right leg will come out to the side, bending the left knee, propping that left knee if that's appropriate. You don't want the leg hanging in space, because then you're going to be tightening in this hip crease. So propping it just gives that muscle permission to completely let go. So keeping that right foot flexed, let's start by facing forward. Arms float up, shoulders drop away. Inhale. Exhale, tilting over to the right. And you're spinning those ribs over to the sky. Now that right leg, the knee and the thigh, they're gently pressing into the earth, gently, nothing forced or jammed. And think about making space for these right ribs as well as the left. The left are getting a huge stretch, obviously. So let's go ahead and just stretch over, grounding through that left sits bone. One more breath. And let's take that top hand, wrap it around the back part of the skull, and see if you can take that elbow to that wall behind. Maybe it could be 1/8 of an inch, a 1/16 of an inch, little tiny bits, maybe not at all. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's come back to center. Oh, shake it out. Oh. Shoulders, neck. Maybe give yourself a little impromptu neck massage. That would feel yummy. Oh. And then we're going to face the extended right leg. We're just turning maybe 20 degrees. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, extending over that leg. Maybe the hands go to the thighs or the shins. Maybe the foot. Oh, getting the chest close to the top of the thigh. It's part of the challenge, but you're not going to force anything. Always best to get the optimum, not the maximum. Optimum, you still have wiggle room. Let's keep in the same position and then take the right arm and wrap it around the back of the body, maybe sacrum, maybe to opposite hip crease, looking over the shoulder. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Unwinding very, very slowly, pressing yourself upright. And then going to the other side, nice and easy. No need to rush. Okay, left leg extends out to the side. Sole of right foot presses on the inside of the left thigh. Right bent knee is propped. And we're going to start facing forward. Arms float up. Exhale, tilting over to the left. That bottom arm can go on top of the leg, maybe in front of the leg, maybe on a block in front of the leg. Top right arm stretches to the side wall. You're spinning those ribs open to the ceiling and looking under that right armpit up to the sky. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and come forward. Just a couple times. In and out. Side to side. And stay over this time. Top arm bends. The hand goes around that back part of the skull, and that bent elbow is trying to press to the wall behind. It might not want to go any farther than it is, and you'll be very happy with it there as you're breathing. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Flowing back to center. Shake out anything that feels like it needs loosening. And then go ahead and face that extended left leg. Arms float up. Back is flat. You should lead with the sternum over that leg. Maybe to the thigh, maybe to the shins, maybe to the feet, the foot. Maybe a strap around the ball of the foot. Trying to get the chest close to the top of the left thigh. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Staying right here. Left arm wraps around the back body, either to sacrum or opposite hip crease. Looking over the shoulder, maybe getting a little closer to that thigh, maybe not. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Unwind, triple slow, nice and slow. And then floating the torso back upright. Let's go ahead and shake out the legs. Shake them out. Very nice. And let's go ahead and take soles of the feet together. I like to rock side to side. Elbows pressing in the soft part of the thigh, not the knee. See if you can sit tall. That's kind of challenging. The legs in this position, but you're sitting tall. Creating lots of space for those internal organs. Nice and gentle. Couple more. Should feel yummy. Let's come back to center. Those legs and knees can close together. I'm going to grab 2 1-pound weights. And don't forget, weights are optional, so if you don't have them, do not worry. Let's go ahead and keep the knees bent. Feet are flat. Chest goes forward through the knees. Inhale, and now we're going to exhale, navel to spine as you roll all the way down to the earth. Vertebra by vertebra, lay it down like a string of pearls. Head comes down last, back of the neck is long. I've got 1 weight in each hand. Weights are optional, don't forget. You can actually just drop the knees together here, knock the knees together just as a sort of resting place for those legs. Let's go ahead and extend the arms straight up to the sky, the palms face each other. We're going to bend the elbows, embrace the barrel. We're going to inhale, open those arms, exhale, squeeze and close. Inhale, open, exhale, squeeze. We'll do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Open it up. Upper arms will not be landing on the earth. We're going to just pump those arms. Little pumps here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Squeeze it closed over the chest. Now the palms face those thighs. The arms are straight. So the arms are perpendicular to the body. You're going to inhale, bend those elbows. Exhale, push them up to the sky. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's rebend the elbows. Now, you've got your arms more or less in goalpost arms like we had when we were standing, right? Except you're going to lay your arms down on the earth. So you're going to have to position them carefully if you have shoulder issues. My shoulders have already filed a complaint. But if you can get your arms in goalpost arms laying on the floor, that's the idea. The palms face the ceiling. You're going to inhale, lift the lower arms only, exhale, and just take those palms to the floor. So you're just basically working those lower arms. Inhale, back, exhale, forward. Inhale, open it up. Arms are laying on the earth, but they're in the right angle. Inhale and exhale. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whoo! I felt that. Palms face each other. Let's just take the arms up straight like we had them before, right over the chest. I'm combining my weights. Make sure you have enough room behind you. Arms are straight. Inhale. Arms go all the way back down to the floor. Inhale. Exhale. They're going to come right over the chest. Inhale and exhale. Now you might want to keep the knees bent for this. You might want to straighten the legs for this. You decide what feels appropriate. Be very mindful. Inhale, exhale. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Let's take the weights off to the side now. Let's rebend the knees. The palms face down, slide underneath the hips. Just a little support for under the hips. Let's take the legs up to the sky. Just shake the legs. Oh. And now we're just going to start like a bicycle pump with the legs, just circling those legs, nice and easy. Bicycle riding through the park. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now reverse those legs. You're reversing your back pedaling. 4, 3, little brain gym. 2, and 1. Shake it out. Arms stitch, shake it out. Shake the legs. Nice and easy. Legs come down to earth. Legs go back straight down to earth. Arms can come out to the side on the earth, arriving in what might possibly be your favorite pose, Shavasana, corpse pose, resting pose. either flat on the back, arms and legs, maybe something under the knees to protect the low back. If on the back is not appropriate, maybe on the side, you can rest your head on the arm. Or legs up the wall, or legs on a chair with the body on the earth, or sitting in a chair, feet flat, sitting tall, eyes closed, hands in the lap. And then once you've organized your arms and legs, just allow the eyes to drop closed, scanning the body for any residual tension that might remain. And then just letting the earth hold you, allowing the mother to hold you. Breathing, relaxing, noticing deep relaxation in the feet. And that relaxation moves up into the ankles and the low legs. Relaxing the shins and the calves. It moves on up into the knees, enveloping all the fibers and tissues and bones and ligaments of the knees. A very complicated joint. And then the relaxation moves up into the thighs, allowing the legs and the feet to become very, very heavy. It moves up into the hips and pelvis. The low back releases. And then it moves into the waist and the torso, enveloping the ribs, heart, lungs, liver, kidneys, pancreas, all the vital organs, just deeply relaxing. It moves up into the chest and the shoulders. It rolls down both arms, all the way to the fingertips, all the way to the fingertips. It envelops the throat and the neck. And then it envelops the head, all the way to the crown of the head. The back of the neck releases. The face and the jaw let go. The tongue lies at the bottom of the mouth, teeth slightly apart. Eyes sink deep into the skull, as though a white circle of healing light envelops the entire body. Noticing back body and front body, right side and left side. Noticing the earth below and the stars and the moon above. Noticing the space you've created inside the body and the space around body. Noticing the whole body together. The whole body together. The whole body together. And here's a poem from Wendell Berry. When despair for the world grows in me, and I wake in the night at the least sound, in fear of what my life and my children's lives may be, I go and lie down where the wood drake rests in his beauty on the water, and the great heron feeds. I come into the peace of wild things, who do not tax their lives with forethought of grief. I come into the presence of still water, and I feel above me the day-blind stars waiting for with their light. And for a time, I rest in the grace of the world and am free. You'd like to remain here in Shavasana for as long as feels right. Need a few more minutes. Please feel free to stay right there. But if you're ready to meet the day, begin to bring gentle movement to fingers and toes and arms and legs. And as you are ready, drawing the knees into the chest, giving yourself a hug. And then rolling onto your favorite side and pausing there for just a few breaths in embryo posture. And on the next inhale, keeping the eyes closed, press yourself up into a comfortable seated posture, rooting the sits bones down into the earth, drawing the crown of the head up into the sky, scanning the body for the effects of the practice, and thanking the body for all it does all day, every day. And bringing to mind one thing for which you are grateful. And on the next inhale, let's float the palms up overhead, hands meet in prayer, dropping down the midline, stopping at the heart, Samastiti. May you be happy. May you be free from suffering and the cause of the suffering. May you know peace. I salute the bright light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Jai Bhagwan. We'll see how everyone's doing. Let me stop the recording.